Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ryugozrar, and I'm going to be showing you guys some proxy builds as was requested for this month. We're going to be starting out with TvZ, and with all proxy builds you want to immediately grab an SCV and send it to the proxy site. On this map, our proxy site will be down here at this base, just by the main. Next we're going to make a depot. And I want to just quickly apologize for how late these videos have been. Been a little bit busy. Videos may slow down as well again, just because I'm going to be entering school again, but we'll see how it goes. So, you're going to rally about 3 SCVs here. This is the Proxy3rax build, Proxy3rax Marine that is. So immediately after this SCV is done, you're going to rally it to this SCV, and then this SCV is going to build a barracks right here. The second SCV is going to come and build a barracks here, and the third one here. Now, Proxy 3 barracks is pretty awkward, as your transition in comparison to Proxy 2rax is a lot weaker. However, your frontal push can sometimes be stronger. And if you're worried about your opponents scouting it or you want to fake them out, sometimes it's actually better to hide the Proxy 3rd rax right here, as you want them to think you're going 2 rax. And the reason you'd want them to think you're going 2 rax is because if you pull drones, then Proxy 3 rax actually just has too many Marines. So, right here, we're going to rally our next SCV to the closest patch, and we're going to have this guy right here on specifically Thunderbird. Grab a mineral right here. This is a great strategy on the map like Thunderbird because you can grab the first mineral here. We're going to go ahead and build a second depot. And then this next SCV can go ahead and grab this mineral. And once the first Marine pops, you're just going to send the SCV right over here. And the Marine is going to probably try and escort it. Okay, once you have the little pathway there, you're going to immediately get to the proxy site, and you're going to throw 1 bunker, and then 2 bunker. On average, this should be done before the Zerg even has a single hatchery up, but in this case, we are against the AI. So normally what you'd want to do here is you just want to kite with your units. Oh, where are you going? Now normally you'd start up 2 bunkers, but from here your goal is to do 2 gas behind this. Okay, get in the bunker, set up another one. You want to go up to about 3 bunkers with this, and you need to kill the hatchery with this build. So you can do some fancy micro, like, you know, pulling Marines back when they get low. What I like to do is I like to position my Marines as close to the larva as you can and as close to the hatchery as you can. And the reason we do this is so that we can grab a Ling that maybe sneaks out. So we're going to keep making Marines all the way until we can fill maybe 3 bunkers, and after that we're just going to leave the SCVs here. So maybe after this next rally we're going to stop, and we're going to go ahead and build a factory right here. We're going to go ahead and put some of these Marines back in the bunkers so the larvae don't kill it. And we're going to grab these 2 bunkers and this bunker. Now this bunker is going to go scout. These 2 bunkers are going to go home. I will say that for this video my micro isn't too good as it is just a game against the AI. And we're going to kind of spread our Marines out, kind of like this. So you want to have roughly 8 in total, and we're going to send the last 4 home, and we're going to leave the SCVs there. And this is just to kind of contain the Zerg. Meanwhile, this barracks over here is going to scout, and we're going to go ahead and drop our CC. Factory is going to make a reactor. You usually go blind Hellion first if the bunker contain is slowed down. But now with our proxy barracks, we want to make sure that they're not going Roach Ravager. Usually the setup would be 1 base and 2 gases, and you'd see Ravager morphs. In the case they do that, then you can just start 2 tech labs, 1 here, and then 1 here, and go Banshee tank. Now, don't forget to drop your... Well, not drop your supply, but like make your depots, because you don't want to get supply blocked like I am here, as that can usually net you in some pretty serious issues. If you feel like your contain is like lasting this long, you can drop a 3rd CC, and you always want to go Banshee on the starport. Then we start some Hellions. And we kind of just chill here. The barracks continues scouting. because we want to make sure that our opponent isn't doing a follow-up all-in. I've seen Nidus before, so make sure you check your corners if you see Lair. I've even seen Spire. On the Barracks Land, we're going to go Reactor Tech Lab. We're going to start Banshee and Cloak. Cloak first, of course. Always do Cloak first. Banshee's going to kind of angle here. Excuse the AI. We're going to go ahead and pause our Hellions for a little bit. And we're going to go ahead and start our Orbital. At this moment in time, by like maybe 4 minutes or 4:30, you should usually evacuate 2 of the bunkers, leaving only 1, just in range to hit the hatchery, and you should try to send all your units home. This is just to save some money and some units. Now, we're going to be doing a bio transition behind this, so we're going to go up to 2 Banshees, make more Hellions, and the idea behind this transition here is that by the time our 2 Banshees are out, we're going to be able to start these 2 with swapping. We're going to be able to do a double medevac drop, hitting with ideally Stim. So our eBays are going to be a little bit late with this build as well. That's okay. And now we're going to send our 2 SCVs here to go double eBay. Our Marines can come up here and rally with the others. We're going to fully wall off like this. Note that your Banshees do all the scouting for you, so if you feel like you need to swap off and get a tank instead, go ahead and do that. And I continuously meal because we dropped 2 eBays. We're also going to get 2 more gases here. We can go ahead and drop a 3rd barracks. Now we're going to swap these. Now you'd want these Hellions out for map control if you can, but if you want to keep them here, that's fine as well. So we're going to go ahead and swap these 2. Remember to use your Banshee to either stop a roach push or to do some harassment damage. If you ever feel like your Banshee can't dive the mineral line, it's totally okay to just have it sit between bases and outside of a vision range. Because let's say I have my Banshee here, but he only has spores here and here. To get drones to his newest base, ideally his 3rd or his 4th, he has to go out of the spore crawler's range. So if you ever feel like your Banshees can't do damage by stacking in the mineral line, just go for, you know, the rally point, as that is usually the strongest place to go. So we're going to go ahead and saturate our next base, reactor there. You can see our stim's done. With the new stim buff, this finishes rather quickly, and we're going to go ahead and load up in these medevacs. We actually have about perfectly 16 Marines. Kind of late, but you have to remember this is a proxy we're doing. And then from here on, we're just kind of following our solid macro plan. We're actually being supply capped just a little bit here, but for the most part, this is ideally what the game should look like. When your upgrades are about 50 to 60% done, you want to drop that armory. We can do our 2 gases here and a 2nd factory. And we want to construct 2 depots constantly. And our double medevac drop can somewhat land right here, here, or even here. If you need to, you can also drop it up here, and if you're feeling bold, over here. We just continue with our micro. We try to deny a base, keep your Banshees alive if possible. And at this point, like my other videos, we're just aiming for that 2-2 push now. You can see our armory is about to be finishing soon, so we have roughly enough gas to start up our 2-2. +2/+2. And like I said, with any like proxy build you do, your economy will usually be slower. That's okay, that's kind of just part of the whole proxy. And transfer these workers. And we can start up a 4th base. If you feel like you're winning, you can start it on site. If you feel like you're even, you can start it somewhere like here. And you can start up your tank production. And you can just get your whole macro in full motion here. Remember your constant 2 depots. You can wall off this area if you like to. I usually don't. I just kind of feel like it's unnecessary, but I know some people do like to. And yeah, if your proxy doesn't kill people, that's how you transition, and that is the build. I'll be catching you guys in the next one. If you enjoy the videos and you have another suggestion, please leave it in the comments, and I'll try to answer all the questions and get to all the suggestions I can. Thank you so much for watching.